Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Channel Weird Television. I'm your host, Ty Cobb. And how you doing, everybody? It's weird out there, you know. It's a very strange world we're living in right now. I read an article about how they think they can build a computer with human brain matter. And that's fascinating to me because it's, from what they said, it was something along the lines of, it doesn't require a lot to power it, yet it's significantly more powerful than, I guess, what we have today, you know? And that begs the question, is the brain matter they're using to run this, I guess, computer, whatever, is there a consciousness inside of it? You know? And I guess that leads me to my next point. Are we in a simulation? We very well may be. It's just strange, you know. It doesn't feel like we're living in the same universe that we grew up in, right? I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, and yeah, the technology was shittier back then, but there was something real about it, you know? Something nice, I think. I don't really know. I've been living in this digital age for so long now that it doesn't make sense, you know. Well, how am I able to reach into my pocket and pull out a supercomputer and see what I don't know, see what the weather is like in fucking Australia, right? I shouldn't be able to do that. I should have to call a guy. I should have to call like Steve Irwin, you know. Not Steve Irwin because he died, but, you know, maybe one of his distant relatives. Hey, John Irwin, what's the weather like down in the what the fuck what do they call it? There's like a slang term for Australia. Down in the Barbie. What's it like down there in kangaroo country? Is that an Australian accent? I always get confused with the English Cockney accents and the Australian accents. Crikey, mate! Okay, that's Australian. Crikey, mate, we got here a koala bear with a big dick. Mate, look at the size of that thing. Goodness. You know, I don't think koalas have big dicks. If they did, you'd see it. But, yeah, I hear they got like tons of diseases though. I don't know, is it like chlamydia or like syphilis or something like that? They're riddled with diseases. As cute as they are, you know. Maybe that's why though, right? There was one koala that, you know, had sex with like a dirty hooker. And then they're so cute, they just, you know, they all have like big orgies or something and it just spread around. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that could be the case with koalas. I don't know. I don't know. Australia is a weird place, man. The creatures that exist there are not of this world, you know? The spiders are as big as dinner plates. There's, like pterodactyls and shit. It's essentially Khalid from Elden Ring, if you've played the game. Giant birds, dogs with 2 legs that, you know, with red glowing eyes. It's just a radioactive red wasteland of death and despair. You gotta watch out for the critters out there. They'll pull you under. They'll invade your body, and they'll take over your brain, and they'll control you. They'll walk you around like you're a big robot. You know? Maybe. It's all a possibility. I've never been, so I couldn't tell you, but that's just what I've heard. And I don't know if the information I'm receiving is correct, but it's true. We're gonna say it's true, right? And if you're from Australia, let me know. What's it really like? Are there really kangaroos in your backyard kicking your dog to death? Is there really the big fucking spider from Harry Potter living in your attic? Is it winding your baby up in a big spool of silk and eating it for later? What's really going on? It's like Dr. Robotnik is just capturing regular animals and running mad test experiments on them, turning them into giant monsters and letting them roam free. It's probably like a big government test zone, They were like, let's see if we can genetically modify this crocodile to turn it into a dinosaur. Why? Why do that? I mean, I guess it keeps life interesting, right? I mean, it'd be pretty neat, I guess, to live in Jurassic Park, which they're kind of doing, I guess. But that is not my problem, because I'm in America. America, home of the fireworks and hamburgers and hot dogs and NASCAR, we have our shit. I feel like we all have our shit. America is no different than, I don't know, Greenland. What's in Greenland? Apparently there's ice in Greenland. It's all snow. It's all this Arctic wasteland. But Iceland is green pastures and flowers and happy people skipping in meadows. It doesn't make sense. Why have Iceland be Greenland and Greenland be Iceland? Just change the names so it makes sense. You're confusing everybody. I don't know if you're doing it on purpose. I don't know what the consensus was when you came up with the names, but I think they need to switch. It's irritating, and you're confusing the people. The kids these days, they're growing up, they're reading history textbooks, and they're like, why the fuck is Greenland Iceland and Iceland not Greenland? I'm sure they're having these conversations with their history teacher. So, let's change that. Let's not have that anymore, right? Come on. What's going on in the world today? People are up in arms about Christopher Nolan's new movie, The Odyssey. There is a female to male lead actor in the movie. And, I guess, I don't know why. I just don't know why, First of all, I don't know why people get so up in arms about, stupid shit, right? You should be worrying about, getting that raise at work. You should be worrying about, did I get my oil changed on my Toyota Tacoma, right? Did I feed my kid, Worry about those things. There's a tranny in the movie. All right, cool. Personally, I don't care, but also it's kind of weird to he's got to know what he's doing, right? He knows it's gonna piss off a lot of people, and it's gonna make a lot of people happy. So I guess in that dilemma, you have to choose your side, right? I don't know if he purposefully did the casting to create talking points for his movie. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan. Everybody's going to go see the movie anyway. His name is enough to sell the tickets. I don't know why you need to do anything extra to get ticket sales or to get people talking about your movie. But then again, nobody's really watching movies anymore. Unless it's something fucked up like The Backrooms or Obsession, right? Everybody loved those movies, which, good movies. I like those, but I will probably watch The Odyssey at some point. Because it's, Christopher Nolan, he does make good movies. Casting aside, I did hear some other complaints about the dialogue. It's very modern, and I think that kind of turns people off, I think Christopher, what the fuck is that guy? The Edward, the vampire guy. Fuck. He can never escape that role, No matter how many movies, what the fuck, Pattinson, is it Robert Pattinson? No matter how many movies Robert Pattinson makes, he'll never escape Edward Cullen. He's always going to be the vampire, He's going to be the sparkly guy chasing dumb bitches through the forest, right? God. That movie was a commercial success, and everybody hated it for some reason. A lot of people, I guess depending on the fan base, will decide the success or downfall of a movie. Like Twilight. Twilight, in theory, should have been a dog shit movie. Should have been ill-received, but the fans lifted it up. They grabbed it by the ass cheeks and they threw it up on their shoulders and they said, "Here I am. Here's our movie. This is us. This is our favorite thing," right? And there's a lot of them. A lot of chicks like Twilight. A lot of chicks want to be bit in the neck by a vampire. They want to be mauled to death by... Not to death. They want to be mauled to the brink of death by a werewolf. But only if the werewolf is hot. You have to be 6'4", washboard abs, shredded, oiled chest, and hairy with glowing yellow eyes, and you have to run and stalk women in the forest, and they'll trip over a twig on purpose just to get werewolf dick. It's what they like, and it's I'm not knocking it. Props to you. If that's what you like, then that's what you like. Same thing with vampires, right? Chicks want to be walking home from the bar alone at night, and they look back, and there's like a 7-foot cloaked dude, with an immaculate jawline and pretty hair with glowing red eyes, and he just like instant transmissions in front of her and sucks her blood. That's what they want. It's fantasy. Girls like fantasy. Guys like fantasy, but it's when fantasy is applied to the realm of a female, they like it in the aspect of romance. They like to be fucked by some mysterious creature that doesn't exist in real life, but they want to be mounted by a centaur. Guys just want to find a magic sword in a cave and slay a dragon. There's a difference between male and female fantasy. There's a big difference, And I'm sure there's some guys out there that want to get like elf pussy, but I mean, when for the most part, when a guy is indulging in fantasy, he's imagining himself as some sort of like dark wizard or some sort of valiant knight riding off into the sunset. But, you know, that's just how we were raised, you know. We were told to be brave warriors. It's in our blood, I think. There's something about it, right? There's something the male brain yearns for, whether it be bravery, some sort of, I don't know, something, you know, something higher than us, something above us, something that's unobtainable, you know. I would love to cast fireballs, but I can't. I can't cast fireballs. I could be close to it. You could use science. You could put some sort of flammable liquid in your hand, light it on fire, and throw it at somebody. But that would be illegal. And you can't do that. But, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can play a video game. That's what you can do. Play Skyrim. No, don't play Skyrim. Skyrim's been out since 2011. I was there. 11/11/11. At the stroke of midnight, I had a copy of Elder Scrolls Skyrim in my hand for the Xbox 360, and I ran my happy ass home and I played it till 6 o'clock in the morning. And it was a good time. It was a magical time, you know. Not a care in the world, just Skyrim. But now here we are in the year of 2026, and still no Skyrim 2. There's Skyrim with mods, and that's pretty much all they gave us was mods, right? And those get exhausting after a while, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. How long have we been going for? It's been 17 minutes. And if you've made it this far, God bless you. Because at the end of the day, everything's just retarded, including the show, which is so strange. It's a strange show. I don't, you know, it's almost like I'm using this as a tool to just empty my brain, you know. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you absorbed something new, or you were entertained. I hoped it served a purpose. I hope you come back, you know, because we're a community. We have to be there for each other. And if you don't have a community, you only have yourself. And if who you are as a person, if you're okay being by yourself, you know, some people are okay with it. Some people want to be a hermit in the middle of the woods up in a mountain, eating bugs and rabbits, building traps, sleeping in trees. And that makes people happy, but it's not for everybody. And you got to have a community. And we can be that community. We're here. We're having a good time. We're talking, right? I'm talking. You can talk to me too. Send me a message. Drop a comment. Leave a like. Subscribe. And let's have a good time together, you know. It's 2026. And we got time. We're still young. We still have our cognitive ability, you know. We can still communicate with one another. Let's make it last. I don't know. Let's fucking party, man. Hell yeah. Anyways, folks, thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next week, and let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you think. What animorph, if you were one, would you be? You know? Because I feel like bird is obvious answer. You can fly, and who doesn't want to fly? But anyways, folks, have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good afternoon. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching Channel Weird Television. I'm your host, Ty Cobb. Have a good night, folks. See you later. Bye.